So the other thing that I saw that was interesting about next year's budget is it seems to be incentivizing a lot more local property buyers and disincentivizing foreign property buyers. Is this a new thing or has this been like consistent with the last few years' trend?
Okay, if you look at the first thing, exemption on stamp duty for first-time home buyer, it has been there for quite a number of years. So of course, the threshold has been changed from time to time. I remember last time it was just 50% stamp duty exemption for a property value at not more than I think 300,000 and 400. It keeps on increasing, and now the latest one is 500,000. And the stamp duty exemption now becomes 100% exemption. Right? So yes, we have been encouraging people to buy your first house. But I must remind a lot of audience over here, because many people got misunderstood with first-time house buyer. They thought, as long as I've never purchased one, and now this is my first residential house, and I would enjoy this. No, you cannot own one.
So if someone has like your parents transferred one to you,
that's right,
then you are no longer a first-time. So technically, it's not first-time home buyers, first-time home owners.
Yeah, you can say so. Actually, they should change the word, right?
Yeah.
It's quite consistent with a lot of other countries as well. That always encourages local home ownership.
Why is that from a macroeconomic perspective?
So I think it always looks like a safe enough asset for everybody. Very few people lose money buying a house and living in it for 30 years. But also it has a lot of knock-on effects for the economy, because when you spur domestic spending, and one of the biggest purchases for an average everyday person will be their home. And because the amount of economic activities that come about from just building a home is quite
renovations, furniture.
Right? So you create quite a lot of jobs. So it has a very high kind of productive value, if I would say, to GDP.
Do you want to talk about the foreign property buyers? Yeah. That is obviously a move to protect the local buyers. I mean, if they buy commercial properties, I think it's okay. That's why it's only being imposed on residential. What is being said over here is that when a foreigner buys a residential property, they have to pay stamp duty as well for the instrument of transfer. So currently, Malaysian citizens, right, we have to pay stamp duty as well for the transfer of title, but we pay between 1% to 4%, depending on the value of the property. So there are 4 tiers, right? Foreigners, they pay one flat rate, 4%. No tiers. But now, 2026 onwards, it will be 8%. That's double,
wow.
8% flat rate. So that make the cost of acquisition becomes much higher. But like I said, the whole intention here is to protect the residential market. I think you probably would have heard a lot of locals saying that property prices have been shooting up, and it was probably due to foreigners. Foreigners have that buying power. So locals, they can't compete against the foreigners.
This is residential only.
Only residential.
So commercial,
4%. 4%. Commercial is still 4%.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching Borak Bursa. If you enjoyed what you saw, check out our full episodes in our link in bio.